You hear that? A man spitting truth, bruv. This is a joint. Hey, hey. Get it. Hey. Hey. Let me out. Right now, like. But nigga, the bottom, you got it all. When you it, but never pop it off. When you got it, but you pop it off. I don't know the words. Never nigga the brand, but then you got it off. Everybody just wanna show you off. Everybody coming to pop it off. Hey, eyes enjoy this one. Yeah. How long does famous last? How long does famous last? Hey yo, what's going on? It's your boy.
Yes sir.
And I'm back again with another one. Today I roll solo. I've got a special request for a reaction video from a young lad of mine. He goes by the name of Jesse. Shout out to the boy Jesse. I know. I said I was going to do this reaction sooner, but life, bruv. Get me. So we're on it now. He wanted me to react to Tom Mcdonald, Fake Woke. So I've never heard of Tom Mcdonald. Don't come for me, please. It's the first time I hear about this guy. But yeah, I trust Jesse and I trust his taste, you know. So yeah, we're gonna jump into this. Once again, please remember, subscribe, like, do the things, you get me. I'll put his socials as well up here somewhere. And you can go follow the boy, go see what he's doing. He's an amazing dancer. Go have a look. So without any further ado, let's get into it.
I think it's crazy I'm the one who they labeled as controversial, and Cardi B is the role model for 12-year-old girls. There's rappers pushing Xanax at the top of the billboard, but if I mention race in a song, I'm scared I'll get killed for it. It's backwards, it's getting exponentially dumb. It's more difficult to get a job than purchase a gun. Eminem used to gay bash and murder his mom, and now he doesn't want fans if they voted for Trump. We're ashamed to be American. You should probably love it, cause you have the right to hate it and not get stoned to death in public. As children we were taught how to walk and talk, but the system wants adults to sit down and shut up. Cancel culture runs the world now, the planet went crazy. Labeled everything we say is homophobic or racist. If you're white, then you're privileged, guilty by association. All our childhood heroes got me too to the rapists. They never freed the slaves. They realized that they don't need to change. They gave us tiny screens, we think we free cause we can't see the cage. They knew the race war would be the game they need to play for people to be.
You hear that? A man spitting truth, bruv. They made us slaves, but then later on, they thought we couldn't see the cage, but they gave us little screens, which is now the cage. You get me? It's lit. Majority thing, you get me? Metaphor writing, bruv.
Teams, they use the media to feed the flame. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old safe zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings. I think it's crazy how these people screaming facts, but they fake woke. Hate their neighbor cause he wears a mask or he stays home. Has a daughter but his favorite artist said he slays hoes. Picks her up from school, music slaps on the way home. Censorship's an issue cause they choose but they erase. There's a difference between hate speech and speech that you hate. I think Black Lives Matter was the stupidest name, when the system's screwing everyone exactly the same. I just want to spend Thanksgiving Day with food and my family, without being accused of celebrating native casualties. We got so divided, it's black and white and political. Republicans are bigots, libtards if you're liberal. There's riots in our streets and it's just getting worse. Y'all screaming deep on the police, y'all a genius for sure. They're underfunded already, they're way too busy to work. Order food and call the cops, see what reaches you first.
Call the cops. Order some food. See you gonna get to you first. I felt that.
In itself, that was a strategy to make us think they were trying to help. They knew that racism was hot and they designed it to sell. We buy up every single box and divide us ourselves.
Facts.
Fake woke, facts don't care about feelings. They know, they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke, same old safe zones. They so fake woke, facts don't care about your feelings. We use violence to get peace and wonder why it isn't working. That's like sleeping with a football team to try and be a virgin. Politicians are for sale and someone always makes the purchase. But you and I cannot afford it, our democracy is worthless. If a man has mental illness, call him crazy, say it silently. When country's going crazy, we accept it as society. Get sick and take a pill when the side effects get you high. You get addicted like these rappers dying, fighting with sobriety. Censoring the facts turns our children into idiots. They claim it's for our safety, I'll tell you what it really is. Removing information that empowers all the citizens. The truth doesn't damage points of view that are legitimate. They're trying to change amen to amen and women. How we let them make praying a microaggression. Instead of asking God for the strength to keep winning, we cheat to get ahead and then we ask him for forgiveness. Feminism used to be the most righteous of fights, but these days it feels like they secretly hate guys. I don't trust anyone who bleeds for a week and don't die. I'm just kidding, but everything else that I said is right. They so fake woke, facts don't care about feelings. They know, they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke, same old safe zones. They so fake woke, facts don't care about your feelings.
Okay, white boy. Okay.
It's lit!
Alright, okay. No, Jesse, I see what you're saying. Interesting. Very, I guess, got a lot of controversy in it, right? But I understand what the guy is trying to say holistically, about how much we've changed as a society, especially for a guy like myself who was born in the 80s. So we got to see the change of times, right? And where we are right now is a crazy time. So I fucks with what he's saying though, because it touches the soul differently if you're listening properly. Because sometimes people just listen for the sake of listening and look for something wrong in something, and then they find things that might trigger them, and then they focus on that and they miss the complete message completely, right? So I mean, like, for the fact that he touched on racism, he touched on slavery, he touched on feminism, which are all very big issues right now in society, right? So from his perspective, it's interesting to see how he perceives things, right? And looking at it with not a malicious eye, just looking at it and saying, okay, this is how you feel about it, right? And yeah, man, I like it. Yo, Jesse, shout out, man. Shout out. This was a dope one. Yeah, once again, beautiful people. This video I definitely give visually. I like the close-ups and stuff, so I'd give it a young 7 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? The message, I definitely give that an 8. Because it deals with what's happening today in society, and we need to speak on it, right? We need to speak on it without aggression. Most important thing, we need to speak on it without aggression. We need to speak about it and have conversations where we're not bumping heads. That's always been my thing. But yeah, once again, thank you for the request. That was a blind reaction. I've never seen it. Like I said, I don't know Tom Mcdonald from a bar of soap. So I appreciate it. Yeah, once again, beautiful people, that is your boy Halo the Don. Please do send me more requests. I love doing them. Plus I love finding out about new music, so now I'm definitely going to go through this man's catalog and see what's up. From your boy Halo the Don, I'd like to say, we out. Woo!
I think it's gonna be good.
D.